So, you've read the video title, and I'm sure you're thinking something along the lines of, Salt, why are you uploading a video about one Primal when you haven't even done your video about all the Primals yet? And fair, that's a good question. But in this video I'm also going to be going over the origin of all the other Primals, so I felt like it was appropriate to tackle this subject first. With that being said, hello, I'm the Solid Exarch, and today we're going to be talking about the man who needs no introduction, GODbert Manderville.
The eldest and most powerful of primals.
The first thing I think I should mention is that GODbert is not a conventional primal. He is, much like Shiva or King Thornton in the Knights of the Round, a primal that is based on an actual person. However, rather than a historical figure that's channeled through a living person like those other ones I just mentioned, GODbert is unique as a primal because he's channeled through, well, literally himself. See, primals essentially need two things to be summoned, a boatload of ether and faith. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does GODbert really have any people faithful enough to him to sustain him as a primal? Allow me to answer your question with a question. Have you heard of the Gold Saucer? See, GODbert didn't create the Gold Saucer just to help stimulate Ul'dah's economy and make a desert resort casino. Oh no. He created the Gold Saucer for one thing and one thing only. To get people addicted to gambling. See, when people are gambling their guild away at the Gold Saucer, with the full knowledge that GODbert is its head patron, they might say, "Oh GODbert, please let this ticket win," and every time they do, GODbert gains strength as a primal. Also, to this end, have you ever wondered what MGP is? Have you ever thought about why you can't just buy enough MGP for whatever you want? Why there's a limit to how much MGP you can have? The answer is because MGP coins are actually made from ether crystals. So there you go. Two ingredients for a primal, right there. Ether and faith. Also, did you ever notice how exactly you first meet GODbert? What do? That's right. You perform the Manderville to summon him. So, yeah, GODbert's a primal. But how strong of a primal? Well, GODbert has been shown to have incredible strength, speed, and stamina. When he's first introduced, GODbert suplexes his son, Hildebrand Manderville, and slams him into the ground with ease. Now, at first this seems like, a normal thing, but recall that Hildebrand Manderville was literally flung into Dalamud and survived. His durability is through the roof, and most of the other times he gets flung off into space, it's through some extreme display of force. But GODbert just does it casually like it's no big deal. He's also capable of using a limit break, something the Warrior of Light needs at least 3 other people to perform at the most minimal level, and he does it as a goldsmith, and still destroys numerous enemies. He's also able to imbue other people with a blessing of strength, much like Hydaelyn, as seen when he turns Gigi into a literal JoJo character that's capable of clotheslining Hildebrand, which is a big deal because of Hildebrand's aforementioned durability. In fact, while this isn't explicitly stated in the game proper, it's at least heavily implied that GODbert used his own goldsmithing prowess to create all the other primals. He then gave them out to each of the beast tribes as a show of good faith between the spoken races, but then things kinda quickly spiraled out of control. In addition to being able to give his blessing of strength to people, he's also able to temper people. Most, if not all, of the employees of the Gold Saucer are under his thrall, which is how he convinces all of the females there to wear those bunny outfits without complaint. And there is some evidence that the Warrior of Light themselves has also been tempered by GODbert. It's not stated explicitly, but the Warrior of Light has never directly confronted GODbert despite him being a primal. And on top of that, there is a cutscene in the new Edensverse raid tier that also implies the Warrior of Light is under GODbert's influence. Minor spoilers here, but when Thancred and Urianger prompt the Warrior of Light to quote-unquote act natural, what do they start doing? That's right, squats, just like GODbert. Now, it's not 100% confirmed that this is because of GODbert's influence, but if it is true, it has some pretty interesting implications about GODbert's power, as the Echo is supposed to protect the Warrior of Light from being tempered by primals, as I discussed in my last video. Unfortunately, we have yet to see GODbert go all out in a serious fight. I would like to see what he's capable of as a primal, and I think it would be really cool if we got to, if not full-on fight him, then at least spar like the fight between the Warrior of Light and Raban. However, because we've never really seen him fight, I can't really talk about his powers and abilities beyond this. I will say he's definitely more powerful than the Warrior of Light, and is probably one of, if not the single strongest character in the story so far. And that pretty much wraps us up on the most powerful primal. I do apologize for the short video this time. Unfortunately, GODbert's limited appearance in the story so far doesn't really give me a lot to talk about. With that being said, I'm gonna end the video right here. If you made it this far, April Fools! This was a short little joke video, so the editing was a little rushed. I will be putting out my proper Primals video later this month, hopefully sooner rather than later. And I also have good news. I can stream regularly again. Wednesday nights at 9 PM EST looks like it's going to wind up being my new stream day, starting today, and we'll be working on Eden Savage content. So if you guys want more Final Fantasy XIV content from me, and want to experience my static shenanigans and Salt, come watch us over on twitch.tv/saltexarch. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave any questions or comments down below, and subscribe if you want actual Final Fantasy XIV lore content. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.